What is up, guys? And this is my first Kerbal Space Program video that I am uploading this here YouTube channel. This here is a Vostok 1 replica that I made a while back. And, well, a while back, I mean like just a few days ago. But I noticed when I was doing just my standard orbit that this thing had sorry, I had to pause for the launch there. This thing actually has quite a bit of delta V, and I decided that I was going to use that by trying to go to Gilly for the first time. Because I've never actually been there. I'm fairly new. This is actually only my second interplanetary flight. My first one was to Duna. It was a successful Apollo-style Duna return mission. But here I decided that I thought it would be fun to see if I could take a Vostok to Gilly. We can see just there I let go of the fairing, and now we're burning into orbit. Just to give you an idea of just how much delta V this has, just this core stage alone, plus the 4 boosters, that's more than enough to get us into a stable Kerbal orbit. We've still got 900 meters per second of delta V left in just that stage, so yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're gonna have enough. We've got over 4,000, and now we are deploying the solar panels. The actual Vostok didn't have solar panels, but I added them, modified because, you know, we're going interplanetary, and we want to have a source of power for the reaction wheels, which I also had to add because they don't come with the Onion Reentry module. It's not a very good capsule, but you know, we kind of need it for the Vostok. So now we're doing our burn to go over and go over to Eve, and we're gonna get a nice even counter here, and then we're going to obviously refine that later down the line. But now here we are with just our spacecraft here. We abandoned the core stage. We're gonna turn the lights on there. Jebediah is having a fun time as we cruise en route to Eve. And so we're gonna do some correction burns because we need to get at about within 200 kilometers of the surface of Eve, ideally. But from there we'll get into orbit. Probably going to be a long orbit, like the one I'm forming, to save as much delta V as possible, because our target isn't Eve. Our target is Gilly, which orbits Eve. So now we are heading up, and we're going to do a burn in just a moment here to get a bit of a circular shape going around Eve, just like that. Oh yeah, a lot of you have probably noticed by now that I don't use mods. I haven't installed any, so sorry to make your eyes bleed if I got jump scared by Eve there. But now we are coming in here. Jedi's got a very lovely view from his one window. There's like one window on like the entire craft. That's the only one apparently. But he's going to be spending quite a while in just this little capsule for like a minute and a half on the surface of Gilly. But here we are doing our burn here to get kind of a bit of a circle here. An oval, I guess, would be a more appropriate term. Here around Eve, so that we just have an orbit. And then we'll modify this a bit because we need to get to Gilly. That is our target. And so we're gonna do some meandering here with the maneuver nodes. I did have to load a lot of quick saves. This was by no means just a one-time thing. I loaded quite a few quick saves, and I made quite a few quick saves, thankfully. especially for the return. I had a bit of a hard time, but I was here we are, and there's our burn. I don't know what I was gonna say there really. I get distracted sometimes, but here we are. We're gonna do another correction burn to actually get a very nice Gilly encounter at some point here. For now, we're just kind of getting ever so close and closer as we just wait for those two little nodes to get ever so closer until there we have it. Finally, a nice Gilly encounter. So now, after doing this 4 meter per second burn, we can do some refining now here. And we're gonna come in on the other side of Gilly. I decided, because we want to have the sun to light us up. But I was not very efficient with this. There was probably almost definitely a much better way to do this. We can see here, if you look at the node, the sheer amount of delta V required to cut all of our speed, which is not particularly helpful. But given that we're in deep space, but we just abandoned that stage there. There's almost certainly a much more efficient way of doing this, of killing off our speed before getting to Gilly, that I just didn't do because I'm stupid. But regardless, we are now arriving here at Gilly, and we're gonna come in a bit for a just kind of a direct thing. We don't really have to worry about going too shallow here because it's like 20 meters per second you really need to burn to slow yourself down. But we're going to be coming in for a landing here. And we are on our approach now. And we're coming in. I don't really have much to say here. But, oh yeah, I don't make Kerbal Space Program content very often. This is the 5th video I've uploaded to my YouTube channel, I think. No, it's the 6th. It's the 6th. But this is the first Kerbal Space Program one, so I don't do this very often. So if you guys enjoy this, maybe I'll make another one. 10 likes and I'll make another one. How about that? Anyways, here we are. We bounced up a little bit because I went a bit hard on the throttle. But now we are coming in here for a nice, smooth 0.2 meters per second touchdown. Bop. And there we have it. And Jebediah here with his 1960s cosmonaut suit here is going to maneuver himself over here using his jetpack. And he's going to plant our Gilly flag. And boom. Very cool. And so we're going to give that flag a name. And Jebediah is going to do a little celebration here by walking off into an orbital velocity. And now jumping directly into the sun. I imagine is where he would have gone had I not stopped him with the jetpack. And now he will be... There's not really much else to do here on Gilly, so we're just going to return to our Vostok and take off. And it's not going to require that much delta V at all to get ourselves an escape from Gilly's sphere of influence. And it's going to be coming up here pretty soon. This went by pretty slow because you cannot time warp when you're below 8,000 meters altitude of Gilly, so that was pretty annoying. Luckily, we can speed it up in post. But here we are. There's Jebediah in there with the I'm forgetting the term to like phase through, where we can see inside the cockpit. And look at how happy he is. You know, you just know he loves being stranded in space for very long, probably dangerous amounts of time. But let's not think about that right now. Let's think about the fact that, well, he's going to be in here for another few years. because I tried getting back to Kerbin many a time from here, and it didn't work. So eventually, I just tried waiting to get us into a nice transfer window to get back to Kerbin. And we're setting up a maneuver here, and we can see here that that is going to get us a very, very nice encounter with Kerbin that is also very much within our Delta V budget. So we'll have about 300 meters per second left over in case we need to make any emergency maneuvers, or more likely we'll just use it to refine our orbit, since this is not not one that's going to get us directly into Kerbin, but just a very very far encounter. But an encounter is an encounter, and about halfway on our trip we'll put on another maneuver node, which will get us on a course to about 40,000 meters above Kerbin, which is well inside of its atmosphere. We don't want to go too far, because I do have some concerns with Reentry, because the Onion Reentry module and all of the Reentry modules are not really built to re-enter at interplanetary speeds, or just low Kerbin orbit. But so we're going to slow ourselves down just a little bit with our boosters. We're coming in pretty uniquely. We can see the south pole of Kerbin right there, because we're coming in from below, and there we are ejecting our module, capsule, whatever you want to call it, and now we are on the way to go and re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere. So we're going to retract our antennas, and I was a bit scared here because I wasn't sure if we were going to survive re-entry, but thankfully, after burning through the sky for a while, well, it hasn't happened yet, we're losing our velocity, and pretty soon here, yep, just then the temperature gauge disappeared, which ensures that we will not be burning up anytime soon. So now that we are about to stop burning up, I can see the flame getting visibly smaller, and yep, there we go. So now we're going to fall to the ground, but obviously, not die ideally. So we are going to deploy our singular parachute. But in typical Vostok fashion, we're not actually going to use this capsule to get our Kerbal on the ground. We're going to have Jebediah jump out and deploy his parachute so that he can float around on his way to the desert surface. So that is going to be the end of our mission. So I don't do this very often, so if you guys enjoyed this, then I will then I will do this again. I might land somewhere else. Also, I'll mention it while I'm here. Shout out to my friend Colby. I'll link his YouTube channel in the description, for getting me into this game in the first place. And yeah, go check out his YouTube channel. He's much better at the game than I am. So yeah, bye.